And thou shalt take 2 onyx stones, and grave on them the names of the children of Israel, 6 of their names on one stone, and the other 6 names of the rest on the other stone, according to their birth. With the work of an engraver in stone, like the engravings of a signet, thou shalt engrave the 2 stones with the names of the children of Israel. Thou shalt make them to be set in ouches of gold. And they shall put the 2 stones upon the shoulders of the ephod for stones of memorial unto the children of Israel. And Aaron shall bear their names before the Lord upon his 2 shoulders for a memorial.
And you see that word ouches. It's about the same as pouches, really.
My Bible says brooches or clasps.
If we have a book called what is it? What's the book that Gail Riplinger wrote? Something about the language of the King James Bible. Anyway, Gail Riplinger's got a book how that a lot of times just by saying the word and thinking about it, you can kind of get the idea. Ouches of gold, pouches of gold, and that's what it is. This is talking about little, like a setting that you would put a diamond ring on your ring. You got a little ouch there that the diamond goes into. Think of that. That's pretty much what this is. Then look at the first verse, there, or verse 9 that he read. That word onyx stones, really interesting, I think. And that is that this means black. And it's pitch black. It's like dark black. I was doing a little bit of what is it when you look at the background of a word? You look at the etymology. Thank you. Give him a cookie.
How did you even know that?
Etymology. I knew it. I just couldn't remember it. But but the etymology of this word includes a very interesting word that also means black, a black river that in mythology separates the 2 compartments of Hades or hell, and that is Styx, S-T-Y-X. You would Doro, oh my God, Mr. Roboto. I was going to say it, I just... Domo Origato? Yes. Yes, a bunch of...
So I didn't remember that.
But, so the Styx, the river, is supposed to be just a black river, and it's a dark thing. It's not a good thing. But I just found that interesting because this speaks of a black stone. And grave, he said to grave on them the names of the children of Israel. It's interesting through the Scripture that we see this about stones and names being engraven on them. And again, we're going to come back to that in just a second. But he ended in verse 12. And he said that you would take these and put the 2 stones upon the shoulders of the ephod, for the stones of memorial unto the children of Israel, and Aaron shall bear their names before the Lord upon his 2 shoulders for a memorial. Now, what I immediately think of is that this represents, Aaron represents Christ, and his shoulders is the government of Israel. And in Isaiah 9:6, unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. And in verse 7 says, and the government shall be upon his shoulders. And so I believe that's what this is picturing. Again, another wonderful picture of Jesus and his position as Messiah of Israel. Now keep reading there. Read verses 13 through 15 now, Mike.
And thou shalt make ouches of gold, and 2 chains of pure gold at the ends of wreathen work shalt thou make them, and fasten the wreathen chains to the ouches. And thou shalt make the breastplate for judgment with cunning work, after the work of the ephod thou shalt make it, of gold, of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet, and of fine twined linen shalt thou make it.
Now, this is in preparation for what we call the Urim and the Thummim. and we're going to see that later. Actually, we'll look at that next week. We won't get to that this week. But the Urim and the Thummim, we'll talk about that. That's very interesting. But that's what this is being made in preparation for, and later that's what he'll say to put in there. But I want to keep reading and look at these stones, and that they will have the names of the children of Israel. Let's read verses 16 through 21, Mike.
Foursquare it shall be doubled. A span shall be the length thereof, and a span shall be the breadth thereof. And thou shalt set in it settings of stones, even 4 rows of stones. The first row shall be of sardius, a topaz, and a carbuncle, and this shall be the first row. And the second row shall be an emerald, a sapphire, and a diamond. And the third row a ligure, an agate, and an amethyst. And the fourth row a beryl, and an onyx, and a jasper. They shall be set in gold in their enclosings. And the stones shall be the names of the children of Israel, 12 according to their names, like the engravings of a signet. Every one with his name shall be according to the 12 tribes.
So you have stones with each of the tribes engraved upon the stone. Now, in 2 different places as I was studying this, I found that this is where the concept of birthstones comes from. And that people began to identify you with your birth month, whereas here it's identifying you with the tribe that you belong to. And what's interesting is you go into Revelation, and we've read this before in Revelation 2:17. All right, that's where I want to go. We'll close here. And this pictures for the believer a wonderful promise that we're not guessing about. This isn't. Some of these types we're kind of guessing, but this is one where we're told what's going to happen. In Revelation chapter 2 and verse 17, he says, "He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna, and will give him a white stone, and in the stone a new name written, which no man knoweth, saving he that receiveth it." Now that's an exciting thing to think about. God handing you a stone, not an onyx stone, a white stone, and not the tribes of Israel on it, your new name. Be like the artist formerly known as Charles Smith. Be sure to visit our website at kjvbiblebelievers.com, where you can find the latest video messages posted on the front page and links to free downloads of our messages in MP3 format. That's kjvbiblebelievers.com. This program is brought to you by Bible Believers Fellowship. Thank you for listening.